these are the people who I want to appeal to. Make those little slips. It happens. You have to have a plan to manage your problems effectively. How are you going to do it? Fall off the horse? Jump right back on.
And
welcome
we're back.
Yeah, just like that. We are back and we're feeling good. We're feeling delicious.
I know.
That's right. Jenny's in with us. It is that time of the morning where we broke it down with Jenny.
Goodness.
It is the first for 2020.
2020.
Jenny, sincerely,
right.
Happy New Year. It's
Happy
always
New Year.
nice to have you in.
Happy
So,
New Year to you
Happy
too.
New
Happy
Year.
New Year to you, Jenny.
Happy New Year, please.
And I feel like we haven't seen you since last year, you know?
You know, it's been a whole year.
It's been a whole year indeed. We skipped years.
And we were all sitting here being jealous of John getting his mini facial.
know.
So I'm happy to move on now. All right, but no, it's such a great topic, and we really appreciate you coming in and just helping us through this process. So let's just start off by talking about, I mean, do you believe in resolutions? Because we know some people are
I
like,
don't.
yes,
You
no.
know I don't, right?
I know, I was going to get started with that. So what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I've always felt that when people make resolutions, I resolve to do this, and then 2 days later they're back doing whatever. And rather than setting an intention, doing goals, doing something that with purpose. But I started to do research this year, before the year ended.
Yeah.
And I was looking and talking with Steph. She said, why don't you do a SWOT analysis? And I thought about it, SWOT analysis, that's usually what you do with business.
Yeah,
right?
organizations.
Yeah. But you can do a personal SWOT analysis, and you can actually look over the past year and make plans for this year.
Yeah.
And actually review, and it's something that you review periodically.
Yeah.
Right? And I thought, what a marvelous idea. So that's what we're looking at today, is a SWOT analysis.
But wait, I mean, if someone has never been to an organizational planning, which some people are working in businesses that don't do that, what is SWOT analysis?
Yeah.
Well, I have it right here.
Okay,
All
So
right,
once
check
you
it out.
open up,
Yeah.
we can do this.
Yeah.
Where are my peoples doing?
Getting to it in a few.
I'm working
Here we
feverishly
go.
to get it as well.
So this is just, I put this out as at my opening slide.
Yeah.
Personal, and I'm calling it a personal SWOT analysis.
Okay.
Because it's not for business, it's for you. But you're treating yourself almost like a business, right? So you look at SWOT strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, these over here would be like not the desirables, and these are the stuff that you would want to have and work on, right? So my strengths, what am I great at?
Okay.
My weaknesses, how can I improve? What do I need to work on? Opportunities, who or what can help me to move myself forward or to get the things done that I need to get done? And threats, what's standing in my way? So basically, that would be the short, long and short of it in a kind of a brief
right.
overview.
So we gotta dive into who we are.
Next.
My question is, are we doing this, since it is the start of the year, are we doing it based on our entire history, or are we looking at it for things like opportunities, for example? You can look at just the year ahead.
The year
or,
ahead.
Okay.
Just the year ahead.
Okay. All right.
Right. Why bother with a personal SWOT analysis? You see, Marlene, you always get into my head. You ask me these questions just before I show the slide. You're in my head.
Sorry, I'll stop.
So why bother with it? To make your success unique, yours only, right? To identify your internal strengths and weaknesses. Internal.
Yes.
Okay, you've got to look at both. You can't just look at the strengths.
Just
You've
the
got to look
strength,
at both to identify external opportunities or threats, right? And to form your personal success strategy.
Yeah.
I love your excitement about this.
I
Did you do a SWOT analysis for yourself doing this?
Girl, I was so excited about this after I started. It was real. I thought, this is great. And I hope people see how wonderful this is.
Yes.
Next.
If you allow me just for a second, a SWOT analysis is normally done in a business.
Yes.
And it's really when you're in your phase of
Your
planning.
strategic
Yeah.
planning, yes.
And you have found in your experience, because you do organizational planning with people, you spearhead it, I mean, what is the difference it makes when you sit and plan out? But first of all, do that analysis, the SWOT analysis. What is the difference between what they thought in the beginning and what they think after they've done the analysis?
When they have done the analysis, people are excited. Because one of the things you tap into is motivation, right? You know, we have intrinsic and extrinsic motivators and motivation, right? And people become so motivated, and they really keep that up for a year. It's very easy to do when you look and you see what are the things that are holding you back, and you can do something about it. Right? And this, I mean, I'm talking students, housewives. Everybody can do a SWOT analysis on themselves. Why did he go so far?
Okay, so we are, what is a SWOT analysis? This is it,
Okay, I thought it was
the
another.
next slide.
What is a personal SWOT analysis?
So, what is a personal one?
Okay.
Because this is not for the business. This is for you.
Okay.
Right? It's a way of looking at last year, looking at the last year, and you identify what your strengths were. Did you use your strengths? Did you capitalize on your strengths? Right? The areas where you have an advantage over others, those are your strengths.
Those are your strengths.
You know, you have a strength. You are a forward thinker. You can look at things. You're a macro person, right? So that's who you are. That's your strength. Your strength is you're a good talker. Yeah, you are.
You're so sweet. You're telling us nice things at the beginning of the year. But be honest in the second one too.
So you know what your strengths are. You play to your strengths, but you have to know what they are. And a lot of people don't take the time to do the self-analysis even, or do this, become self-aware, right? Your weaknesses, areas where you may be weaker than other folks, right? They have the advantage over you, right? But you need to know what those are. And a lot of times we don't want to look at weaknesses. We want to look at strengths.
Only
we want to look at the good stuff. But it's important to look at the weaknesses so that you can work on them and make them into strengths, right?
Now, the two schools of people, the people who will find it incredibly easy to identify their weaknesses and those who will find it incredibly hard.
Or those who don't want to look at them.
Or those who don't want to. How do you go about? So let's say I'm somebody that, you know, I don't think I'm perfect, but I don't know what my weaknesses are. Is it something that you do with introspection? Do you analyze with other people? What's a good way of being able to analyze those weaknesses?
Really and truly, you know what your weaknesses are. You do know. Because these are the things that you flounder around with. And these are the things that you keep repeating that are negative in your life.
Scold your own self out.
Yes. So I really believe in journaling. Write things down. When you write things down, you go back and you can look at it and you can make the changes. And the other thing is when you write things down, especially journaling, you can go back a month later and see how much you have changed. Seriously.
And that would have been my question. At what point do you go back to analyze where you were, where you are, and then if you could continue on? And
I would say monthly. Look at and get a journal. You know, you may not want to sit down and write, you know, quirky things about yourself, but write down what's happening. And write down what those weaknesses are that you have identified in yourself and how you're working on it.
So it's important to write your high points and your low points throughout the year.
Absolutely.
And there are apps now. Like if you're really not much of a writer, although I do think that's a great process, there are apps you can use.
There are apps, yes.
With like lots of privacy and everything.
Yes,
so
lots of stuff. But I really think I like people to have a notebook and you put things down. When you go back and you look at your notebook and you see where you were and where you have come, it is such an amazing feeling. It really is. My clients love it. I would first get people to do it, just to get them to write. It doesn't take 3 minutes, just write. Write. Just write. That's it. If you can't write, dictate. There are all kinds of
That's true.
recording things on telephones now.
That's true.
Dictate it.
And you know, you said the key thing, it's just a matter of starting. Like once you start, it's like vomit. Just like
because it's yours. Nobody. You don't have to go tell a counselor. You don't have to go talk to anybody. It's your information, and you can go back and look at it.
Find where to correct and where not
Yes.
to. Perfect.
Yes.
So find those weaknesses
Yes.
where others have an advantage over you. Yeah.
and make yourself better. This is a self-improvement program, you know? Opportunities are possibilities to help you achieve your goals and ambitions.
Yeah.
We all need to have goals. We have ambition. A lot of us have ambition, but we don't know how to get there.
Yeah.
Or we're too lazy to get there.
Yeah.
But if you do goals, are you all going to do a goal session this year or no?
Well, if you do it, I'm kidding. Like personally on the show. No, I don't think we have that scheduled yet. But we can definitely
You really need to look. You need to set goals. How do you know you reach if you don't know where you are going?
Where you're going.
right.
You know, you really
that's
have
true.
to do that. And then the threats, things that may prevent you from achieving these goals that you set for yourself.
Yeah.
And people, this is for everybody. This is for students. This is for the women, the housewives. This is for everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm deadly serious. Next. So, this is an example that I
Okay.
got for what some strengths are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a hard worker. I'm open-minded. I'm thoughtful. I'm great at drawing.
Okay.
My weaknesses are, though,
Very
I'm
busy.
always busy, so I don't have time for those things. I'm indecisive. I can't make up my mind if I want to go this way or
that's
that way.
me.
Yeah.
Right?
Impatient.
I'm impatient.
Yeah.
I get bored
Quick.
easily. And writing essays,
That's my weakness.
but you see, if you can just do 3 minutes and just write what's going on with you.
Yeah.
Nothing major. 3 minutes. Put a little clock and time yourself. 3
Yeah,
minutes.
that's
And
true.
write down something. And then you increase it. Go to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Go to 7 minutes. Go to 10 minutes. You know? Opportunities.
Yes.
Decide on an idea I am happy to work with. Plan ahead. Create exciting concepts for finals. I'm talking about students here.
Students, yeah.
Show off the skills I have learned throughout the course. Show it off. Don't just go to school and be a bump on a log, you know? Use the things
Use
that you're
it.
learning.
And it remains with you
Right.
when you do it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Threats. I lose enthusiasm halfway through the project. Because these other people are not doing their work. I'm doing all the work.
That one, the nerve, that next to Nuremberg, everybody.
It takes too long to make a start on the project. You know, everybody's running around saying they're doing their work, and then we're not
in
starting, and
reality,
I get bored.
Yeah.
Right? Rush and put time over quality. So we do last minute things, and then we turn in something that's not very good. That's a threat.
Yeah.
Because you get poor grades if you're a student. If you're in a job, you look flaky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Not complete by deadlines, or I fail the course.
Oh man.
Next. Stephanie, wake up. So,
So your
strengths.
strengths, yes.
Strengths. So these are the things, these are suggestions. List things that are unique to you. You're different from Marlene. List the things that are unique to you, right? List things that give you the advantage. Ask yourself, what can I do better than anybody else? Right? These are just some little tips that you can
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
Next.
So with that one, you're looking for positive traits and things that are
Yes.
favorable towards success.
Yes.
All right.
Weaknesses. These are the areas where you're struggling.
Yeah.
Right. I love to read, but I don't like to write. So that's the area that would be
Yeah.
a struggle for
Yeah.
me. But I need to practice more writing,
Yeah.
right? What don't you do as well as others? I need to be honest with myself. I can't sit here and imagine that I'm
Yeah.
good like anybody else. I
Yeah.
have to look at what mine are
Yeah.
and be very brutally honest with myself. What makes me less competitive? You've got to be realistic.
Yeah.
Be fearless about looking at the problem areas. This way you can address them. Right? You can't put on a hood over your head and pretend that everything's hunky-dory. It's not. Okay? Staff. Okay. Opportunities.
Yeah.
To see opportunities, you have to look outwards and to the future, right? You may need to change to take advantage of them. And change is so hard for a lot of us. You know, we do not want to change. We are quite content with the status quo
Yeah.
and just going along.
That's who I've
moseying along.
always been.
Yeah.
That's why you don't have the opportunity.
Yeah. That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
there-
why doesn't this happen or that happen? Well,
Look at this. Use your strengths and weaknesses to identify the opportunities.
You know, I want to go back to to the previous one, because I think one of the things that we do, especially for change, is to make up excuses. Excuses of this is just me. This is how I like it. I prefer it so.
I always do it this way.
Yeah, there we go. And see, and so I think what it does, and I think you could correct me on this, is that when we make up excuses, we actually lose out on opportunities.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Why should I change? Everything is going along fine. I'm doing okay. But you are not being your best self.
Yep.
You're depriving yourself of becoming your best self.
Well, and not only that, I think if you are looking for something new, then you have to recognize what has to change about you. If you want that opportunity, if you don't want the opportunity, then it's not an opportunity.
But then we complain about it.
Yeah. So if you are 100% content with what you are doing and how it works for you, then okay, fine. It
Then
works.
don't complain about it.
Then don't complain.
But yeah. So this takes me back. I always say it. My high school quote: "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity."
Absolutely.
It's actually the other way. Opportunity meets preparation, because you got to prepare for what you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do.
All right.
Next, threats. These include anything that can potentially cause harm. For example, peer pressure.
Yes.
When my buddies didn't make it, they get a paycheck. Some people are happy to just get that paycheck.
Yeah.
They do not want to improve themselves. They don't care. It's a job, period.
Yeah.
Substance misuse. People get involved with drinking or get involved with drugs.
yeah.
Procrastination. Oh my God. It's a
That's one
killer
of
of
the biggest
time.
one.
Yeah.
Killer of
It's
time.
one of the biggest
yeah.
one. And you know what? I think the excuse for procrastination is that I work better under pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear that
It's
so
true.
often.
Because
I say it.
Yeah,
It's
we
just- it's
all
one of the
do,
things we
you know.
convince
That's the time I
ourselves
write
of
the
over
best.
time.
That's
Yeah.
the time I could finish an essay.
Yeah.
Because we procrastinate and say, hey, I work better under pressure. Is
but
it the
just
truth?
just think how much if you work that well under pressure, can you imagine how much better you would be if you
Yeah.
planned and prepared?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
And I think it's one of those things too that if it works for you
Yeah.
and you're not complaining about it and you're meeting what you have to meet, it's fine. But if it's causing problems, then it's a different story.
Yeah.
But I'm still a believer that if you can do that well under pressure, how much better would you do if you took time and put the effort into it?
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Threats are often the flip side of opportunities. The flip side, okay? A threat identified early could easily become an opportunity.
Nice. Yeah.
That's a good idea. That one
Yeah.
is supposed to be, you're supposed to stay with that. Keep that in mind.
It's also so closely tied to your weaknesses too. So it's like if we use that example for students before, where it says that's what I was watching. I get bored quickly. Oh no, I'm impatient. But then the threat was take too long to make the project start. So it's like they're tied together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
So use these prompts. I'm putting things here because I really want people to go and get it off the web, do this.
Yeah.
These are some prompts for you, your strengths. When you're writing down your strengths, and all you do is you make a matrix like this, right? This I like to call this your sash window, right? What am I good at? What are my skills? What are my talents? What is my personality? What have I achieved? Who are the people who have helped me or can help me?
Yeah.
Weaknesses. What's not so hot about me? Right? What can I improve on? What are my mental blocks? That's a really important one. That should have been highlighted. What are the skills that I'm missing? Do I need to go and take a course? Do I need to go and do some reading, some research, learn
Yeah.
how to do research?
Yeah.
Again, what is my
Personality.
personality, right? Opportunities. With those strengths, what could I do that I'm not already doing? Right? What future studies do I need to go and take?
Yeah.
Higher education, change careers maybe,
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah,
I am
extra
Sud
jobs.
Getman.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Threats.
Threats.
But what could stop me? What would be the obstacles?
Yeah.
Accidents, peer pressure, drugs.
Yeah.
So for someone who's doing like a personal analysis, most likely there are some issues you'd put under either weaknesses or threats that feel insurmountable. That would be things like financing.
Yeah.
Like, let's say somebody wants to venture into a new business. Financing is like a weakness. I don't have the financing. These
Yes,
are
but
still
the
credible
re-
threats that you want to put.
You do the research. You
Okay.
go out and do the research
you do
because
the
there's
research.
money
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
There is money out there for small businesses.
Yeah. So you put that as a weakness.
As a
Right now, I
weakness.
don't have the
I
capital.
don't have it, but that's a
Okay.
weakness.
Yeah.
However, it's also an opportunity.
Yeah.
Because once you go out there and you find out, you can, I mean, the IT vets now offer all kinds of things that you can actually go out there and make money and go on and get higher education.
Education,
Yeah.
extracurricular activity.
And people look down on vocational, but I'm telling you, those people
No,
who do
that's-
vocation make money. I'll date me a plumber, girl.
I'm still waiting for the mechanics course in Belize City.
And these things are out there, and there are a lot of them. And for VocTech subjects, they're actually things that people need
Yes.
every day.
Exactly. Those folks, I'm telling you, they
Yeah.
are never out of work.
Yeah.
Never out
Ever.
of work. Never
You
out.
know?
As a matter of fact, people call them on holiday. I need this.
Yeah.
See, there we go. But anyways,
However, to get any of this started or completed, you have to be self-motivated. Okay? What motivates you to do anything? There are two main types of motivators, intrinsic and extrinsic. Next. So intrinsic is related to what we want to do. Right? The satisfaction comes from doing it. These include fun. I love what I do.
Yeah.
I love what I do. I really do.
yeah.
Being interested, personal challenge. You know, I mean, I'm motivated every morning I get up. I'm excited to get to go do what I do.
Yeah.
Because I love what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extrinsic is related to what we have to do. I have to go to work. I have to pay the mortgage. I have to feed my wife because she don't work. She tell me I had a man and I supposed to working for external rewards such as money, power. Students working for good grades.
Yeah.
That's extrinsic. Okay. Really, really important that people understand why they're being motivated.
Yeah.
This one is very hard because if you're working just for money,
Just for money. Yeah.
it's hard to get up in the morning and go to work.
You know,
It
Jenny
is.
and Marlene, and this is the thing that needs to be in one's mind from the start, because that's, you know, for a lot of people, they tell you straight up, you know, I tell the reality, I work for Penny and Bills. But are we? And what is the mindset that we're supposed to develop in order to take that out of the mind? Tell me, Mar.
No, I'm on a different trend of thought. That's why. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. What were you thinking?
No, I was just wondering if sometimes you can't take an extrinsic motivator and turn it into something intrinsic. If I want to create a home for my family or pay for my child to go to school because there's a love for my child that I have, it's working for money to get her what she wants, needs, or my family. I don't know if that works.
But how do you feel getting up
Oh,
every
well,
day
I'm
to
sure
go to
you feel
work?
miserable. I couldn't do that. I need to be
Yeah.
self-motivated and like
Yeah.
love. This job, I mean, nobody likes waking up 4:30 every morning. You have to like it. You can
Yeah.
get here and be like, oh, I'm going to talk to Jenny today. We're going to
Yeah.
learn something new, or watch people give facials. You have to want to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to want to do what I do.
Yeah,
And I
that's
love
true.
what I do. I get up every day and when I go, I love what I do.
Yeah.
And it's so important that you find, and this is why over the years we have talked about doing the testing,
Yeah.
doing the Strong Campbell test, doing the
Yeah.
Myers-Briggs test, find out what your personality, what you like doing, do those things.
So what happens when someone is just motivated by power or money? I mean, what do you...
I'd hit to work for that person.
No, I mean, but they exist.
Oh, and
They
a lot of
exist,
them.
and
There's
there are
a
a
lot
lot
of
of the
them.
complaining
Yes.
Yes.
employees
Yes.
that just,
Yeah.
I call them cancers in companies that just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We have a lot of them, unfortunately, they work with our children. They, and so there's a lot of things that need to change.
Okay, so on the flip side, because I'm sure somebody's at home saying, keep it real. The jobs are limited. I hate this job, but I gotta pay my rent.
Yeah.
And so you could talk about job you love. I hate how my boss act. I hate how my coworkers behave. I hate the customers I have to deal with. This is just an unfair life and I have to do it. Oh, I've heard all of this.
Yeah.
Sometimes out of one person too.
Yeah. You know, it's out there.
I'll tell you, it's what you.
And you're laughing at them.
No, I'm just thinking.
Because have you met people like that?
I was one of those people.
Okay, good. So
When I first joined the military, the first 6 months, all you do is you're standing guard on a flagpole.
Yeah.
You stand guard on the bow of a ship, and you have to do that for
8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah.
You just stand there, march around it smartly.
Is that
But
to love?
complaining about it doesn't make it any better.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you any better. So you develop the mindset, this too will pass. I am going to do this and this and this so that I can change my this prison, this
mindset,
toy. This it's a mindset.
yeah.
You
Is
have
it
to
the
become
mindset or is
motivated.
it the position that they're in though? Like, can you, I guess what I'm asking, so somebody's getting up and getting dressed or already at work streaming this and they hate their job. Like, gosh, I can't understand it.
But
like,
it makes it that much
and they are
worse.
miserable in their jobs and miserable to everyone else.
Go back
Yeah.
to the last slide, please.
So, they're watching and they're saying, yeah, as much as I hate it, I need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do I do?
Yeah.
So then you really have to change your mindset so that you are, at the very least, living with that job.
Yeah.
You have to change your mindset.
But
You have to do it.
But Jenny, it's much more easier said than done. I'll tell you why.
That's nonsense.
Because then I met somebody who once told me that, you know what, if you're doing something, even if you don't like it, try to find something within
Yes,
so that
exactly.
you could start to love
Yes.
it. I'll give you a good example. If there's a street sweeper out there, any part of this world, the mindset should be that, you know what, I am actually cleaning my area so my country or my town looks beautiful. So rather than saying that I'm in the sun is hot and I need to clean these things and people are dirty, I'm cleaning up so my country looks lovely.
It's a change in the mindset. It really is. We have to raise our vibration. That's what I'm saying. We have to do it. Okay, I'm stuck here for now, but I'm not always going to be stuck here. And I have to get up every day and come to this job. I might as well bloody well find some way to like it.
Well, see, that's my thing. My thing is just, you have to be aware of how much of your time and life you invest in what you do. It's sometimes it's more time than you spend with your family. It's more time you spend with
and imagine
yourself.
spending all day hating your job.
Your job.
And hating yourself too in that process.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so ugly. It's,
Yes.
But you're saying that you could change your mind about it.
Change your way you respond.
Yeah.
Change the way you respond to the job. Change the way you respond to the people that you have to work with.
What if it's just
It's
a
up to
toxic
you.
work environment?
It's up to you to change your mindset, the way you react. See, when you change the way you react, other people respond to you.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
do.
That's true.
Okay? But Stephanie's here, so let's do this quickly.
Final one.
It's your last slide, don't worry.
We all have a tendency to work better when we
Love
love
what
what
we're
we're doing. Learn to love what you're doing. Learn to.
And no job is perfect.
None.
Nobody is out there
None.
saying, "Oh,
have
my
the
dream
perfect
job."
job. Oh
Like,
my God.
there's not. There are hard days. There are good days. There are struggling days. But
yes.
once in your core, it's something that you're satisfied doing, you'll find yourself continuously doing so.
I was marching around the flagpole and I met
So,
these ducks. I met these ducks, and every day I would march, see all these ducks. Seriously, I was fascinated with them and the whole family of ducks crossing the road. We used to go and stop the traffic so the ducks could
Ducks
cross
could
the
pass.
road.
So
And
you found
learn-
something.
You
Something,
find
yeah.
something to love about what you do,
don't.
so you make the days go easier.
Yeah.
We can go there and be unhappy and make everybody else unhappy, or we can decide. It's an intention. Set the intention that I am going to go out here and I'm going to enjoy what I'm doing today.
It's lovely. And
Period.
imagine finding that one thing that you love. Every day becomes such a wonderful day for you.
It goes
change
so
it around.
fast. It
Change it
goes
around.
so quickly.
Nice.
You know.
All right.
Nice, Jenny.
Well,
I feel
there
nice and
you
le-
have
I
it.
enjoyed.
lovely
I
and
really
blessed.
enjoyed
So
this.
do your SWOT, and you know, I mean, we've met so many people. Well, I've heard of so many people who are just really frustrated in their jobs. And you look at them and you say, how do you get by every day? This is such a great exercise. And even
really
if
hope
you're
people
looking
use
for
it.
change or you're looking for improvement, another great opportunity for you. See what you're doing right, what you're not doing right, what you want to do, and what you have to overcome to get there. And make yourself so much happier in your day-to-day
I
life.
told you you're a macro thinker.
Yeah.
I love it.
And we love having you. I feel motivated
Yes,
for 2020.
feel that good, Jenny. Thank you so much.
All right.
The guys look motivated too.
Yeah. I think they're motivated to go for a facial today, right? No. All right. We're going to go ahead and take that break now. When we come back, we are going to be joined by Nello Playa as he premieres his brand new music video. So please stay tuned.
These are the people who I want to appeal to. Make those little slips. It happens. You have to have a plan. Ability to manage your problems effectively. How are you going to do it? Fall off the horse? Jump right back on.
And we're back.
Just like that. It's our final segment for the morning. It is the first Fun Friday of 2020. And we're graced with this guy, Nello Player.
Morning.
I could say your entire name or Nello Player.
You can.
All right, I like that because a lot of people will tell you no. His name is actually Colonel Parks. Colonel Nello Player Parks, and it's nice to have you in. Happy New Year, my brother.
Well, Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. So we're painting today, right? We're painting.
John, I sure you know I paint today. I see you're frightened when I'm suggest you take away your
The
brush.
students
He
take out the
changed his
brushes.
face this morning, though.
Yeah,
That's what he
well,
did.
good.
Yeah.
I admit I got dealt with, man. Seriously.
So great to have you here.
Thank
You
you,
know,
guys.
I almost want to ask you to sing something for the new year.
I'm kidding.
But Nella, what have you been up to? How was 2019
yeah.
for you?
2019 was learning, was trying, but nonetheless it was still exciting. I still got to do music and I still got to do art.
Yeah.
Today I'm here in the capacity as a musician,
Yeah.
showcasing one of my works, my video.
Yeah.
It's a collaboration with, well, I should say, I used to could say, a well-known Belizean reggae pioneer, Mobile Malachi. John, we were talking just now, we
Yeah.
used to say Mobile
Malaki.
Malaki, right? But we smile at the how we used to say it.
Yes, from back in the days of the vibes.
Right, so
Yeah.
he said that he released his first song, or the one that went big on Radio Belize in 1989.
Wow.
Right, so this is a pioneer, this is a veteran artist, so
Yeah.
this is a big deal for me, you know.
Yeah.
The genre that I represent is reggae music, and
Yeah.
these were one of the founding recognized and known artists from Belize. He actually made it out the country with
Yeah.
success from that song, Belize Me Come and Belize Me Man, right?
So, how did this collaboration happen?
This was just me recognizing that, you know what, and I always do this, and I'm just glad that I followed through with this one.
Yeah.
That I wanted to collab with somebody from my genre who made an impact in the music, and I just paying homage somewhat to a Belizean reggae star before any of us came out doing reggae music or music altogether. So this was just me reaching out to him and asking him if he would be willing to do a collaboration. He was like, sure, I've heard your work, whatnot, and he felt honored as well. So I felt honored in him feeling honored.
Hi,
was a song
jump
written
in
by-
and we want to
written
know
by
what
you?
that conversation was like when you say, hey, the me, Nello Player.
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably knew you knew each other before.
No, actually, I knew of his work. Anybody my age would know of his work, right? So I knew of his work, and I know the impact his song created, and most of the DJs who playing music today know about this guy, right? So I'm saying, I'm an artist, he's an artist, let's see if this will work. And
And
You
so
know,
how did you reach
luckily-
out to him? How did you find him?
Online, on
Facebook.
social media, and fortunately, I think he was in the country. He was in the no, actually, he was in the States, and he told me he was going to be in Belize soon. So I started making preparations for the work. And we actually have 2 songs, 2 collaborations. and
Sweet.
This is just one with a video so far.
Okay.
Okay.
An ancestral calling?
Ancestral calling. I always tell people I believe reggae music is an avenue to teach, to inspire, to build people, to edify. So we try to put positive music, positive lyrics in these type of songs. And I think I do a song with Mobile Malachi, I have to come correct, I have to come straight, right? So it's a song really encouraging us to delve in and reach out to know self or find self. In doing so, we might stumble on the things that some of the practices and some of the beliefs of our ancestors. I believe that it's rooted in our being, you know. So it's in all of us. So that's what I'm encouraging everybody to look into their ancestry and just try to learn more about themselves.
Following that, Nello, you actually did something you wanted to do for a while, meeting one of your idols who started, reggae music in the country. And what's the feeling following that? Are you satisfied?
I'm very much satisfied. The thing is, unfortunately, it's not everyone that's very receptive of this type of thing. I reached out to a couple known Belizean superstars and just got not the same results, and I was surprised actually, You know?
But not motivated?
Kinda like,
motivated or surprised, motivated?
Stringing you on somewhat, kind of saying like, okay, we'll do this, or nice to hear from you, and
And never
glad that you
following
reach
through.
out, and it didn't happen.
Yeah. But you know, there's this thing that happens to it, and that's kind of where I wanted to ask you. You reached out to one of your childhood idols. You did a song called Ancestral Calling, and you spoke about kind of going back to the consciousness of what reggae has always been known for, and what you as an artist have been known for. There's something that happens as we get older too. There's kind of a recognition of what we're contributing and what we can contribute. Is this kind of the point that you feel you're approaching or you're at?
I like to think that I'm a did long before. I just think the Rastafarian principles and culture dictate certain things, you know. And one of the things is like think about the foundation. We call it the groundation, the grassroots. Like we try to lean towards more things that are natural, more things that are. People always ask like what the dreadlocks and so symbolize. I'm thinking like it's an outward declaration of trying to tap into the roots, to the ground of things, you know.
Okay.
So in doing a song like Ancestral Calling, I don't think it's something that just came about. I think it's, as I said, I believe it's in all of us.
It's like manifesting now. That's what I hear from you. It's like it's been in you, and you just get the opportunity to put it out now. So tell us about any particular line, where it started, what you said. That's the message I have to get out, and I gotta do it.
Roots of my soul come take a hold of me. That's like the main lyric in the chorus. Like meaning like if one of the out there just grab me in some kind of way, lead me to the right direction, lead me to what's best for me as a person, you know.
Written by you?
Written by myself on mobile. Actually, he was here. Remember, I said he was here, so we got to sit down and do it. Somewhat different from a lot of collaborations where you send your part of the music wherever that person is or wherever the producer is, and then wait until it comes together.
Hoping that it
So this one
was
you
done here.
wrote together.
Yeah, we
you
sat together. We actually
together.
have some footage of stuff. I don't think I gave Stephanie of the process. We have some footage of the process happening and just holding a vibe and getting the song together. You know.
Or the beat created by you.
The beat. Good question, John. The beat is from half Belize and half Jamaican. I don't know if Bradley would love me saying that. This is Mr. Bradley Bell. Bradley Bell and Sister Simone. And half done also by Dane Linares. So it was an incompleted beat by Bradley. And Dane Linares, he does a lot of music for a lot of talented Belizeans in the country as well. So he put the finishing touches on the beat, and so we had the reggae instrumentation.
Bradley
by
Bell.
two producers. You know Bradley?
I live in Belmont.
Oh yes, you know Bradley.
Work at
Yes,
BNB.
you know Bradley.
That's my boy.
Did you know he used to make music?
I really didn't
Now
know.
you
So
do.
when I know you saw my facial when I did this, and it was like,
Yeah, Bradley is a good producer. I don't know why
really
he's not.
didn't know. I really didn't know.
music.
Well,
Yeah, he
now
attacked today.
you do.
And just to kind of add a little more to this is that I believe the message in the music, the message in the song is far more important than the visual. The visual is an aid, you know. So in putting together a visual, it's because we knew the weight of the song.
So tell us about the concept for the video.
The concept for the video again is trying to pack as much things in there from the foundation side, the roots side. So you'll see things like a fire heart, or you'll see a cashew making process, cashew squeezing, a bit of that here and there. I show my good friend Seraphim Gabriel. I want to say thanks to Seraphim for allowing us to use his backyard, you know, to do certain things, and it's dead in the heart of the city in West Street. I always tell him, man, you wouldn't even know a haven like this would exist, you know, directly in the city. Like
That's
everything
the heart
else
of the
around
city.
him is concrete, and his whole space is just full of greenness. So I was thrown taken aback when I went to his yard and saw all of that happening.
Excellent. Man.
So you guys wrote the song, recorded it, and said, you know what, we got to get the video out.
Well, he wanted a video mobile. Like, we have to shoot a video for this while I'm here. You know, I'm gonna go in a few weeks, so let's try to see what we can do. And so we did that.
So you made it happen.
Yeah, we made it happen. Thanks to Eric Virus. He went to high school with me, and he's a guy that does a lot of video stuff for us.
Okay.
All right, you ready for this? Sure. First launch.
Well, actually, it's a re-release. I forgot to say that. It's a re-release because we had released the song, but I wanted it to get more mileage and so forth. So I uploaded it to a site, reggaeville.com. That's a reggae blast site. They have like over 1 million followers, but one of their requirements is that the song have not been published before. So I had to take it down like quickly, like within a day or two, and then did all the paperwork with Reggaeville, which is very long and tedious. All online, signing contracts for monetizing for their part and so forth. And so it's a re-release released on Reggaeville's site.
Okay.
And it's moving, you know.
All right, and now we get to see it. Go ahead, right over there. That's your camera. Your opportunity to do the intro.
All right, Belize, Channel 5, thanks for having me, first of all. This is the premiere of my new video featuring Mobile Malachi called Ancestral Calling. Watch and enjoy.
Inside the 420 studio, Mobile Malachi, Nella can't spy. Player, roots of my soul come take a hold of me. Take a hold of me. Spiritual ancestors bless my soul with sin. Forces of life show signs of what is real. Sign that is real. Jah Rastafari always there with me. Jah always there. So long as I pay to the world, I come to teach the youths of the world. Show love and compassion for what is worth. So what is good, make it our concern. Through our ancestors, that's what we learn. To have patience and don't get burned. What you put in life, that is what you earn. Don't get weary and don't be worried. Remember we just wait for your turn. The life we live is God very own. You live in a glass house, don't throw stones. But remember the tune me do, God alone. Roots of my soul come take a hold of me. Take a hold of me. Spiritual ancestors bless my soul with sin. Forces of life show signs of what is real. Sign that is real. Jah Rastafari always there with me. Jah always there with we. The cycle of the knowledge of it break somewhere. Some of the relatives before we never read or care about the curriculum they teaching never real out here. European, Anglo-Saxon, then they teach out there. We losing the souls of the ones when we know the spiritual DNA, the blood run in a way. Leaders alone tie the hands of the poor. Kings of the land, now we're moving on the man. When you're up at the top and you could take no more, can't take it no more. You gave all that you got and then it's still not yours. I beg you please one time. Roots of my soul come take a hold of me. Take a hold of me. Spiritual ancestors bless my soul with sin. Forces of life show signs of what is real. Sign that is real. Jah Rastafari always there with me. Jah always there with me. To our foreparents and our ancestors who bear the burden, let we reach this far. My mama and papa, brother and sisters, bearing the scars of our slave master. Whenever I'm talking, me say no rumors. Spreading the words is no propaganda. Such a blessing, me see everything black. There's no forgetting, come me levels intact. But most of all, me feel the energy, the goodness taking over me. Memories of the past life dance to the rhythm. Channeling the powers of me ancestors. Hold on, buckle up, prepare for your adventures. Roots of my soul, come take a hold of me. Take a hold of me. Spiritual ancestors bless my soul with sin. Forces of life show signs of what is real. Sign that is real. Jah Rastafari always here.
Yes, sir.
There you had it, the Open Your Eyes premiere
Gotta open your eyes.
of Ancestral Calling, a collaboration between Mobile Malachi. That's the name.
And
See, he said his
Nello
name in the beginning,
Player.
so we know what name he wants to
Yeah,
use,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. But he's okay with mobile Malachi.
Yeah, he's used to it, John.
Yeah,
Trust me.
yeah,
We have
yeah.
a whole band of Belizeans the same Malaki
Well,
from
yeah,
so
that's how I knew
kind of
him.
move past correcting at that point.
But
Yeah.
I tell you what, I really love the video. The thing about it though is that it gives you the opportunity to actually feel that ancestral guilt. So listening to it, seeing the whole view of Belize City, listening to the beat, and then especially the vibe that you're letting off, the vibe that Mobile is letting off, it actually collabs to make that nice blend. I really like that.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thanks
All
for
right.
that. I want to tell people that the video is the song is on iTunes. That's how we feel your support by purchasing our music and
Yeah, of course.
subscribing to our YouTube page. Go to YouTube and subscribe to Nello Player, please. It helps us a lot.
Yeah.
And again, that's how we feel your support.
That's right. And you buy a lot of stuff on your phone. You can buy music as well.
$1.
Thank you so much, Nella, for coming in.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you always keeping us updated with what you're doing.
I appreciate being here. Thank you.
Happy New Year again, my buddy.
Thanks, John.
We're going to go ahead and take that final break now. When we come back, we'll have our wrap up. So stay tuned.
You live in a glass house, don't throw stone. But remember the tune me do, God alone. Roots of my soul, come take a hold of me. Take a hold of me. Spiritual ancestors bless my soul.
With over 100 years of service excellence.
And we're back.
Just like that, the first Fun Friday of 2020 is coming to a close. It was a wonderful time We want to say a big thank you to the folks here at Hanks. These guys, oh my goodness.
You have an extra glow going on right now.
Yes, glowing for 2020.
I know. As someone who enjoys facials myself,
Yeah.
I am happy to hear
That
that
was-
they're offering it for men.
Yeah.
It really is just one of the enjoyable experiences that you can have.
It was.
And you got a quick fix
Relaxful.
in
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah, relaxful. It's a nice feeling. You know, one of the things that we need to learn to do is to build self-confidence. And there are simple things that you can do to have confidence.
Yeah.
Do a facial, do a manicure, do a pedicure. You know, it takes
Yeah.
not much from you.
2 pedicures.
And it's always good to spend some time feeling good about yourself.
So do you see yourself now, like, because there's this gentleman's space,
Mm-hmm.
going in and doing a manicure, pedicure, and a facial?
Definitely, especially what it does for you. You
Yeah.
know, it's a great
But would you
feeling.
have done it at a female salon?
Well, you want me to be totally honest
Have
with you?
you done
All right.
it?
I've never done it, but sitting here, and this is totally honest.
Well, I expect
Sitting,
honesty.
sitting here with you and learning a lot from you and Jenny, it opened up a new door for me. So I have no problem whatsoever doing a manicure, doing a pedicure, doing a facial, none whatsoever.
And you can do it at Hanks.
I would do it at Hanks.
All right,
I would do it
great.
at Posh. it
No,
doesn't
but
matter.
we were so happy to have them in. I
Yeah.
think I love when new businesses come with brand new concepts,
Yeah.
and it's so progressive. It's really going towards having men recognize that they can take care of themselves, they can pamper themselves, they can take some time for themselves, and so best of luck to them, and thank you for coming in. They also use a new special line made by an ex-Marine.
Ex-Marine.
Smells
Fantastic.
amazing.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
We got our package.
Yeah.
And, you know, and you could get yours as well. Try to take better care of yourself. Get yours right to Hanks, then got it.
All right.
You know, it's a good gift package.
And also, the weekend approaches. You can take some time to do your own SWOT personal analysis.
Yeah, definitely was a wonderful time sitting down with Jenny. Jenny is always motivating the country in doing new things. Do a SWOT analysis of yourself, your family. Start now. You never know where you're going to be in the end of the year, at the end of the year.
And just, take a couple hours. That's it. Sit. Think of what you're good at. Think of what you need to work on. Think of where you want to be. You don't even have to think of it in just 2020.
Yeah.
Think of it in just moving forward and what you need in your life to make you happier.
Definitely.
And go for it. Once you put
Definitely.
these things on paper, you'll be able to figure out exactly what your next move is.
Which leads me to say, putting things on paper. Thank you, Nello. Thank you so very
Yeah.
much. He actually put things on paper, and now look at him.
Yeah.
The guy is actually one of Belize's top artists, collaborating with one of Belize's top artists from back in the day,
Legendary.
Mobile Malachi, or Mobile Malachi, like some of us knew.
I love that part of the conversation,
Yeah,
actually.
you know.
Sometimes we've just been getting it wrong the whole time, but we also accept it. So
Definitely we do, but they collabed and they did an excellent job in putting that song together. Man, putting things on paper is very important. You never know where you're going to end up. So thank you, Nello.
So don't forget to share your support. Ancestral Calling is available on iTunes, and you can also see it on YouTube. Go ahead and watch it, get those views up for them, and also purchase the music on iTunes. Show
Definitely.
your support for Belizean artists.
Definitely. When you're buying Belize, you build Belize. But we've got to go. If you've got any questions, any concerns at all, drop us a line. We're at oye@channel5belize.com.
You can also drop me a line at marlene_oye@channel5belize.com. Remember, we're always streaming on Facebook. We're giving you all the additional notes that we've discussed here. Jenny's presentations, more info about Hank. You're going to get that on Open Your Eyes BZ on Facebook. So look us up, follow us, and when you have to head out to work, stream us live, you'll be fine.
Definitely.
Now, if you want the behind the scenes fun, the stuff where we show the different reactions and all the craziness that takes place here, you definitely want to find us on Instagram. So check us out at OYE Belize, and you can also participate in some of our trivia that we have daily.
Definitely. So you could join us again on Monday when you open your eyes.
To start your morning right.
As per usual, keep your eyes, your minds.
And your hearts open. We will see you soon. It's Friday already. Enjoy your weekend and join us back here on Monday morning at 6:30. Bye, Belize.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.